Get ready with me as I tell you how I manifested the worst year of my entire life. If you are anywhere in your upper 20s or have ever been in your upper 20s, you likely know the feeling of dreading turning 30. But let's just say that I took it to the extreme. Anytime I would think about turning 30, it would completely ruin my mood and my stomach would drop and I would get sick to my stomach. Of course, this was before I knew about the law of attraction and manifestation and how all of that works. Fast forward to August 24th, 2018, I did, in fact, turn 30. I remember watching the Friends episode, the one where they all turned 30 that morning, and just mourning my youth. I went and got my nails done and then spent the day with my husband and our 2-year-old. It was a pretty good day, all things considered. By this point in my life, I was already battling pretty significant anxiety and a over-dependence on wine. In the next month or two, I developed a really strong cough, and because of that, I ended up pulling a muscle in my ribs. I thought that surely I broke something because the pain was absolutely excruciating. We went to the emergency room and the x-rays showed no break and that I had just pulled something. But because I still had the cough and I was in so much pain that I couldn't breathe deeply enough, I developed pneumonia. I literally felt like my body hated me. After my rib had healed, I continued to have breathing problems. I ended up getting put on an inhaler and diagnosed with seasonal asthma because of the environmental allergens in Texas. Breathing issues plus my anxiety literally started to consume and control every aspect of my life. On top of that, I started to have periods where my heartbeat would just start racing out of nowhere. It was probably due to the fact that I was still having anxiety and that because of all these things, I was not taking care of myself at all. I could not figure out for the life of me what was causing all of this. In hindsight, I see very clearly now that I am the one that created this. I told myself over and over that 30 was going to be awful, and it was turning into the worst year of my entire life. In late 2019, early 2020, I found the law of attraction and realized how manifestation works. The book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, changed my whole entire life. My point in telling you all of this is that we are creating by our words and our thoughts, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. Whether we believe it or not, we are creating by the things that we put out, by the words that we put out, by the thoughts that we think, by the vibration that we put out. We are creating things into our own reality. When you say things like, I know today is going to be horrible, or I know I'm going to always be broke, or I know that the year 30 is going to be awful, you are bringing that into your life. But the good news is that you can change that. You can start using it to your benefit. Now that you know how important your words are and how important your thoughts are, you can start creating things intentionally in a good way. You change the narrative, change the words you say, change the thoughts in your mind and the vibration that comes out of you, and your whole entire life will change.